Tim Holt, Excel Real Estate, my logo. I don't have a fancy background for this video because it's kind of a different video. I saw a reel on Facebook, it's TikTok, same thing. And it was a realtor sitting behind his desk, and the text on the screen says, "When my clients asked me to change my commission," and then the audio was from, I'm going to say the audio was from Legally Blonde, and it's where she says something like, "I think I was hallucinating," or "I think I was joking for a minute there," whatever it was. And it got me feeling some kind of way, you know, and I want to address that. Commissions are negotiable. There's no set commission. There's no guaranteed commission. I know it's state law. I'm pretty positive it's federal law. Commissions have to be negotiable. It's in your contract. As I reach for the contract, it's in your contract. I can't really show this on the screen. I can't with this software. I can't do a split screen where I show you a paper. I could, but it would mess things up. That being said, you won't be able to see me. That being said, I know that's hard to see. But it is in your contract. One of the things we have to go over is what kind of agency you can establish with your realtor. Transactional brokerage means that I don't get a commission. I get paid a fee. We can do a flat fee. We can do a lot of different things. You know, when we're talking about the agency, we're talking about single agency, dual agency, disclosed agency, or designated agency. Designated agency was what every realtor really wants, which means I'm your realtor. I represent you, period. And that's what we want. But you have options in there that change how that commission works. So it's negotiable. And then in the contract, this is a buyer contract. Listing contracts are different, but they have this as well. The fees, right? It's right here on mine in South Carolina. It's on page 2, literally, page 2. You have brokerage fee. Option 1 is where I put either a flat rate that says you're going to pay me a minimum of this when we find a house, or a percent. And if I put in there, 3%, it means that when we close, I get 3%. Option 2 is, you can't see it, option 2. Option 2 says that I get paid what's on the MLS. Option 2 is what I go with most of the time. Why? Because if I tell you 3% and then we find a house that's less than that, by contract, you're expected to pay the difference. And I'm never going to do that to you. I'm never going to tell you 3%. We're looking at a $300,000 home, and the listing is 4%, which would mean 2% to me and 2% to the other agent. And I'm going to tell you, oh, you owe me an extra $3,000 when we close. I'm not going to do that to you. Especially since if you're buying a house, probably all of the funds that you have available are tied up into that. You're probably pretty strapped at that point. I know most of us are when we're buying a house. I know I was when I bought my house, and I had to put 0% down. I got a VA loan. I was still cash strapped. So I'm not going to do it that way. But even in the listing, the MLS, on a listing agreement, it has a part that tells you what the commission is going to be, and it is negotiable. So when I say it's negotiable, I want to be clear here. It's negotiable in the sense that there's laws, and like I said, I know it's state law. I'm pretty positive it's federal law. It's price fixing. I can't tell you that it is 5%, it is 6%, that is what the commission is. It's not. It's negotiable. That's why it's not written in there. We have to fill it in. It's fill in the blank. If it was a set thing, it would already be in the contract. So your agent doesn't have to be negotiable. That's the important distinction I'm trying to make. If you come in and your agent says, I'm a 6% agent, period, I get my 3%, they might feel that way, but you might not, in which case you find a different agent. I've negotiated mine, and I have more than 3 years of experience. I've closed on properties from $20,000 to $2 million. I'm working on a $3 to $4 million buyer now. So if you are a good realtor, and I say that knowing that I'm going to get flack for it, but if you're a good realtor, you are negotiable on your commission. If I come in and you're in a tight position, you haven't had your house very long, you don't have a lot of equity tied up in your home, you don't have a lot of wiggle room, and you say, I can't do 6%, I can't do 3 and 3, I can do 5 or I can do 4, I'm going to negotiate that. Or we can cover a flat fee. You see, I couldn't pay that kind of a commission. I couldn't pay more than this much. We're going to discuss those things. It is negotiable. If it's too low for me, if I'm not interested, which would be rare, but if it's too low for me and I'm not interested, sure, I can walk. I can walk, you can walk. We have those options. Even after we sign the contract, there's clauses to get out of that contract for both of us. So it's definitely something to be known. I've negotiated my commission even after the contract was signed. We had a house on the market around $350,000. We had an offer, at asking. But it was a rental company, and we had an offer from an actual buyer who'd be living in the house that was a little bit less. They don't have as much money as these rental companies do, of course. And my client was more interested in selling it to a person than selling it to a rental company, to a profit company. So I talked to the other agent. I said, what if we dropped our commissions from 3 and 3, from a 6% to a 5%? It saves my client $3,500. You and I are leaving $1,500 a piece on the table. But it makes that offer a little more appealing. And then some of that can go towards their closing costs, and my client still puts more money in his pocket, and your client can still get the close. And they accepted that. So not only was I negotiable on my commission, the other agent was negotiable on his. And realistically, $1,500, it's not so much money that I'm not going to close that deal. I've talked with agents who have said that they won't show a house if the commission is less than a certain percent. It's not how this works. That's not steering, and it's not illegal, but it's certainly unethical. You should show your client every house that they could be happy. If they say I want a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, more than 2,000 square feet, you should be showing them the houses that meet those criteria. If they have specific criteria, of course, you meet that as well. So if I see a house that meets your criteria, but I'm not happy with what the commission rate is, I'm still going to show you that house. I typically don't look at the commission until what the percentage is, until you've said that's a house I want to put an offer in on, because it's not important to me. What I'm making on this deal, I'm here to help you, period. I'm your agent. I represent you, and I represent your best interest. And I think too many agents forget that. So I'm not worried about what I'm making. I do the math. I do know what my paycheck is going to be, what my commission is going to be, but it's not my focus. That's an afterthought. The first thought is finding you the right home or finding you the right buyer. So it got me mad. I don't think mad's the right word. I think annoyed when I saw this video where the guy's like, "You want me to change my commission? Oh, you're crazy." No, commissions are negotiable in every state that I know of. I'm going to say in all 50 states. I might be wrong, but I'm pretty positive it's negotiable in all 50 states. It's definitely negotiable in North Carolina, South Carolina, and Georgia, 3 states that I can represent you in. So, like I said, I felt some kind of way. So I wanted to cover that. All that being said, I know this isn't my normal video. I'm not covering like a specific housing topic, and I don't have a cool background for this one, so sorry about that. I do want to close on, if you have any questions about real estate, please put them in the comments, and I'll be happy to do a video addressing them. I've got topics written out for the rest of the year, but I'm not in love with all of them, so I'd be happy to change it up. I know somebody asked for more coverage on stigmatized properties. I'd love to visit that again in October, but I can do it whenever. I don't know there's a lot more to cover without being in a stigmatized home, but I'd be happy to cover some of the things that we've seen and some of the things that people said were paranormal that weren't. I'm not the agent that, you hear a bump and then you're like, oh God, and get out of the house. No, I'm the agent who goes to see what that is. I've had doors that were opening and closing because of the air conditioner. I've had cabinets that would pop open because they had the old spring system with the 2 wheels on the inside. And the spring was just worn, the metal clasp was just worn out. So you closed it, and then a few minutes later it would pop itself wide open. So not everything that is, paranormal is actually paranormal. Not everything that is questionable is actually stigmatized. So I'd be happy to help you with those things. I don't shy away from it. If you have any other questions about real estate, put them in the comment section. I'll visit them. If you're not in one of the states that I can represent you in, still answer your questions, still help you. You can still reach out to me directly if you would like to. If you would like to. And I might have to research your state's laws and regulations, but I'm happy to do it. I'm here for it. So again, Tim Holt, Excel Real Estate. Just really wanted to cover that topic. Yeah. So y'all have a good one. Thank you.